on the 21st because I was originally going to go to school on the 21st.
At college?
Yeah, but my work, I have a lot of warnings and shit. So I'm not.
Why don't you just tell them you're going to school? They should work around it, no?
Yeah, you'd think they do that, but it does not work out that way. So either I'm gonna have to wait till December to get the point taken off and apply for the next semester, or I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I don't know what my other option is. I'm trying to have my manager take it off, take off like the extra point, but you know.
It's not happening?
Maybe. Who knows?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that was a big one. But Baldur's Gate 3 is generally what I've been thinking about for the past, since I got it. Because it's real good.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, you're hacking up a lung right there, buddy. Mm-hmm. This is it. That makes sense. I wish.
I go, James is going to go take his medicine. Hold up. I'm going to clear this off so I can turn around so I can look at you, actually.
Mm-hmm. I wish this had, like, another port.
Like what?
Like an extra port that this can go into. But it doesn't.
I tried to buy a USB bus, but it didn't seem to work.
Mm.
And so I threw it away. I'm just storing dog food in there, Milo. Hiding food.
Before I go with this one, I'm gonna cut out because I started recording, so I wouldn't have to press it when I.
Oh, so where?
So we're recording already, but I can edit because I started recording as soon as you started coughing.
Oh
and
shit!
I unplugged the mouse, so I'm.
So we're just going?
Yeah, we're a boat without an oar.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I guess if they make it through this the beginning of this episode, they get a really interesting one.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Because I have Final Cut on this computer, so I can just cut a certain amount of it off, and then we'll be good.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry I'm coughing so much.
Yeah, just don't cough it directly into the mic.
Okay. I gotta remember I have a mute button.
Oh yeah, you do, but they're still gonna be able to hear you cough.
Yeah, but not as loud. It's not like directly into their ear.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the difference between someone coughing across the room and someone going up and like right behind you going on the back of your neck.
On your ear.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? You can do that in Baldur's Gate.
You can cough on people?
No, you can't cough on people, but you can like, I'm pretty sure you can go up to someone and then cast like a spell and then it distracts them.
Ah.
That sounds like a cough.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I love D&D shit like that.
I love this game, but I hate this game because it's so D&D that I'm like, God, fuck.
Stop being so D&D.
Dude, when I walk into any like old place and it says perception check failed, I'm like, I'm in danger. Something's about to happen.
There's a ghost in here and it's gonna get me.
Yeah.
Has there been like specters that just like attack you and fuck you up a little bit?
No specters, but a lot of undead.
Yeah, and I've heard that every encounter in that game is challenging. Like, it's all pretty difficult.
Dude, okay, I'm really have to like at the beginning of the battle, I have to take like 2-3 minutes to really like look where things are and make sure I'm not standing in the way of anything. Or my character, he's a sorcerer, so I have to go all the way to the back as soon as the battle starts. If I can safely make it, because sometimes they can make opportunities.
Got like 12 HP.
No, I have 20 now, but
that's not bad.
That shit will go in a flash. It'll be gone before you know it, because I turned off the karmic dice, which it prevents you from rolling super bad all the time. So now it's actually it's actually like rolling a dice.
Okay.
And so sometimes.
Wait, what do you mean? So the probability is more accurate to real dice.
So like say with the karmic dice on, I roll like 2 3s on 2 different checks. On the third one, I expect it to roll good. Okay. Not just random, you know.
Interesting.
But I turned it off because I was like, wait a second, this isn't like real D&D. I need the full experience.
Yeah, I was trying to find it right now because I like D&D, you know, and I'm trying to start a campaign with you and with my girlfriend and with your Sigov and
You got characters.
yeah, we're close. And I ordered a set of dice that are metal and they have like this cool inlay in them.
Yeah.
And so I really want to play Baldur's Gate, and it makes me happy to hear you say that it is good. Have you
Very good.
what kind of, because they said I watched a lot. They said you can do like super role play stuff. What role play decisions have you made? Are you like being a bad guy, a good guy? Are you generally kind of scrupulous in your doings? What are you up to? What are you getting nefarious on?
I'm a precocious little scamp.
Oh yeah, you're scamping.
I'm a little scamp. Like I'm a little catty. Like if someone asks me to do something, I'm like, you better fucking pay me for that. I'm not gonna just do it, which is fun.
Think this comes free? This don't come free.
There's these tieflings that are like stuck in in this druid's grove,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, hey, these druids are gonna kick us out, and we have nowhere to go. So like, can you help us? And I'm like, for money, yeah, I'll do that for everything you have. And they're like, okay, please.
What did they have? Not a lot.
I haven't gotten the because I have to go invade a goblin camp, so the goblins don't attack them.
Oh, and then
they're heading to Baldur's Gate.
And Baldur's Gate is a city, if I recall correctly,
Yeah,
right?
It's a city in the game.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
You're not there?
I'm still in Act 1.
Wow, you're still on the road to Baldur, and you've been playing for a while, no?
For not super long altogether. I think it's like 9 or 10 hours now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't play as much as I want
Yeah,
to.
you
but
work and stuff.
Anytime I play, I'm fucking on there, dude.
Dude, I'll be honest. I don't think it's healthy to play. I played yesterday a game for 14 hours.
Yeah.
Because, like, I have nothing to do while I recover.
Mm-hmm.
And, I didn't feel bad at the end of the day, but I didn't feel good. I definitely went to bed going, you didn't do anything real.
Yeah.
But it was awesome.
I just want one day a week of that.
That's fair.
One day a week of that. I just can play as long as I want. That's what I intend to do today.
Yeah.
But
instead we're here chatting, dude.
It's fine, man. Because I told you before we started, I'm going to play until it's like 2 or 3, 4 or 5.
I respect that.
In the morning.
I respect that.
I will play this game because it's good. So I said in the last one of these episodes that if there's a romance option in a game, I'm like going for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's there's 2 companions. One of them is the green gift lady. I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're kind of mean right now. You're actually really mean.
You're hurting my feelings a little bit,
I've had
but
to tell her to like, hey, you need to chill out.
you need to relax over there.
She's gonna make this tiefling bow down, and I was like, hey, chill.
We're here to take their money. We're not here to be. We're not here to do that. None of that.
So she's kind of mean, but I'm like, you know what? I feel like you're gonna warm up. But then there's this other tiefling that's like, oh wait, yeah, maybe. I got a wandering eye. It's a good game.
Can you can shmush?
Oh, it's
I don't know if
explicit.
are we still in the first 10 minutes? I'm trying to keep in the. But can we smoosh?
It's on minute 8.
Yeah, we're close. We're close.
We're on-
But you said it's explicit.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've seen screenshots.
I don't.
They're not like full like going in.
But
like,
it's pretty-
showing it,
but-
it gets down.
Full hang.
Did you you played Cyberpunk, right?
Yeah.
It's in that same vein.
Oh, okay. There's just dildos on the wall in Cyberpunk. Is that a
There's
cuss word? I fucked it up.
There's dildo swords.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
throw 'em at
Cyberpunk. Are you gonna play Phantom Liberty coming out?
people.
Really?
No.
Oh, fair. I'm not gonna play it either. I'm gonna play Starfield probably.
I really liked Cyberpunk, but like,
You're over it.
yeah.
Because now you have
It's-
Baldur's Gate right in your little
Now I have a
fingies.
better game that I launched.
Good.
Done. Like it's done.
It was in early access for a while, was it not?
3 years.
That's a pretty hefty time.
I liked this game so much. I found a podcast he was on, and I listened. It was like 2-3 hours long, and I listened to the whole thing.
Done that. Been there.
It's great.
Hell yeah.
There's so much stuff. I can talk to animals, man. It's so sad sometimes.
You know who else out there could talk to animals?
Hmm.
The Nazis.
I'm glad that you brought that up. Welcome back to Tangent Town.
That was a good intro. That was a good little. I don't want to pat ourselves on the back too much, but that was fun.
I felt like a cold open.
Yeah,
You know,
very cold. It felt like we almost forgot the audience was there.
just chatting. Okay. So fucking okay. Professional.
Yeah.
We have a new tangent today. I think I'm kind of excited about this one because I did actual research. I didn't think I'd ever do that.
Mhm.
I did research for a podcast about tangent about riffing really, and I had to research. It surprised me.
What?
But World War II, dude.
Yeah, it was wild. I mean, my people survived. We got out of there.
Just by the skin of your teeth, yeah.
Yeah.
With the help of friends, really.
Well, I was my dad was also gypsy. Remember that? So double-ended in a way.
Oh, they locked them up too?
Yeah. The gypsies. It was the first they came. The whole. That's. Have you ever heard the saying like first they came for the Jews?
I have before, yeah.
Yeah, it's because at first they came for the Jews, and then Hitler was like, all right, let's get rid of all the other things I don't like. And he did end up locking, like, gypsies up in the internment camps and, like, black people and stuff. It was a much smaller number,
yeah,
but it did happen.
Damn.
Yeah, he was just
I
like...
had no idea that both your sides of your family were just like...
Yeah, well, I'm also a quarter Irish, so there was a couple of them just getting drunk somewhere. They were like, did you hear about these Nazis?
So, like, have you heard the phrase, the best generation, the greatest generation?
Yeah.
I think that's what they say about the people who, like, were born or lived during World War II. And I kind of agree with them. Because this was the wackiest time in human history.
It is a pretty fun, wacky time.
After looking into this, I'm like, wow, this is really wacky.
Can we... I like to look at World War II almost like if a movie plot came to life.
Yeah, dude,
There's some movie shit going on.
I've written some stuff. I've written a bullet point or something for every year, or not for every.
Wow.
Not for every year, but like every year that something notable happened.
Wow, you went deep into this.
Dude, look at my notes.
I love this.
Deep.
I watched some documentaries and I already have some prior knowledge, and I was like, I'm gonna go in with that. I know some shit.
Yeah,
But you.
Because you said you did like a project on it, right?
When I was really young, I was actually really good at school. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Really? I'm kidding.
No, I believe it because I was like the same way, where it's like, oh, school's kind of easy.
And then you get bored of it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
oh, fuck this.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
But I did a project. It was like an extra credit project that I was doing for fun. And it was just like, I was just like researching stuff about World War II because my mom told me we were Jewish. And then I learned about what the Holocaust was. Oh, and I was in like fourth grade. And I was like, let's figure this shit out.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot and I forgot a lot about it. And then I rewatched some stuff and I relearned some things.
What is that perspective where you're like, I mean, you weren't there.
No.
But like,
but sometimes in my dreams.
What is that feeling like? Yo, man, what's an example? It's kind of like when I get angry at like watching like slave stuff.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Do you feel
Yeah.
the same way?
I mean, I've never watched Schindler's List, but I like to think that if I did, I would be irate the whole time about it.
Yeah.
I would be like,
You have a fucking list. Where is it?
Where is it? Just a mental list? He's gonna forget somebody.
A metaphor? Is it a metaphorical list? What is this?
Yeah, I mean, kind of, but not really. Have you ever seen the show Hunters on Amazon?
No.
So it's a good show about a young Jewish man who's his I forget what they call him, his Savta, which is like his grandmother, gets killed, and it turns out that she's like part of this organization that like hunts Nazis, and like, it's pretty sick.
There was a few of those. One was called the Bastard Brigade.
Oh yeah, I mean, Inglourious Bastards was also that.
That was based off the Bastard Brigade.
I've never seen the. I need to watch that now because I love Inglourious Bastards.
You know how wacky all those characters were in the actual Inglourious Bastards, like that troupe with the Brad Pitt's boys?
Mm-hmm.
There were some wacky boys in the actual.
Yeah.
There was a guy who was a spy who was actually who was also a baseball player for the White Sox.
Is that the guy in Inglourious Bastards is based off of? The Benny the whatever.
The Apache?
No, the dude with the baseball bat who beats the shit out. No. Okay. Continue.
No,
Sorry.
He was a spy. He was more like he actually couldn't kill people because he was afraid.
Oh.
He was a little pussy kind of. They were like, "Hey, go kill that guy." He was like, "I can't." And they're like, "You're still a spy though." But he knows like 6 languages. It was a wacky time, dude.
That's crazy.
Right?
To just know 6 languages.
And be fluent. He was fluent in them though.
How were his because he was a spy, so I'm assuming he also had good pronunciation and accent work.
Yeah. I think he did most of his stuff in Japan. Did most of his work in Japan.
Nice. Those are crazy languages to learn too. Much respect.
One of the hardest. 1941.
Is that the date that the war began?
No. That's the day our war began.
Okay, that's the day the United States. You're like, honestly, I didn't research anything before that. Didn't seem relevant.
No, okay. 1939 was when Germany invades Poland, and that was like the official shit.
That's the big
it's
one.
Going down.
Yeah.
And then a year after that, they took control. Okay, I looked on the map. Germany is like small.
Yeah, they're not large.
It's a small ass country.
It's a small European country. A lot of them are just.
And it takes control of like half of Western Europe. You know what? I'm gonna riff more on this list because I just heard how I said that and I was like, ugh. It sounds like a script. But yeah, small ass weird BMW German
BMW people
country was like going pretty hard.
You know what is crazy is that it was just so. It was like the Nazis were doing stuff, and people were like, they're not. They're just being Nazis.
Yeah,
and
there was
like,
a party before.
Yeah, and then they were like, before everybody was hanging out, dude. It was chill.
It was just a bunch of guys being like, and you know what I hate?
You know what grinds my gears? And so, what was I saying? I completely got sidetracked by your. It's a good riff. Anyways, people died.
Yeah. Wait, when?
Just in general, I got lost.
So did you know that there's a conspiracy about Pearl Harbor that America they didn't do it, but they knew it was going to happen? And they just needed an excuse to get into the war because money.
I have heard that. I've heard things about like how their radar system should have been able to pick up all those ships coming.
Should have been able to catch it.
There was like a lot of planes and ships.
There was a guy about to do the alert button, and the commander was like, "No, don't do it."
There was a general.
Yeah.
Just like, no.
Water.
Wasn't it because... Wait, didn't he do that because he was convinced that the equipment was broken?
Something like that. They were saying that... I forget how I didn't write down how they were like, no, it was just... we just didn't... Something happened. But, yeah. They probably know.
They probably knew.
Because it was like... It's kind of like 9/11 where it's like, you know what, we could stop this, but like... What's a war? You know?
What's a couple of big old towers for a lot of war?
A few $1 trillion, dude.
Is that how much we made from the industrial complex of war during that time period? Probably.
I don't know. But
I bet we made a lot more money.
We turned the entire country into like a fucking factory. Like everyone was doing.
Oh, you mean in World War II?
In World War II, yeah.
Okay,
for some reason. Tried to do it in after 9/11,
but it didn't.
Yeah, a lot of people were kind of upset about that.
They're like, no.
Yeah.
No, but see, the difference is back then they had that weird unity and camaraderie of like, we're just gonna do it. We got to do it.
America,
dude, America.
Everyone was like, oh, fucking America, man.
Can I say it's weird to say that? Like, I have that feeling sometimes, and then I go, yeah, but it's like it's not the same.
It's not the same. Yeah.
I'll be like, America, man, and then I'll be like, it's not the same, and then I'll go, it's never been the same.
Because
during those times, you know what a lot of people forget about World War II is it was still during like partial segregation. Like that was still, it was like still ending. Jim Crow was still probably happening around that time.
And even black people were like, America, man.
Yeah. They were like, I mean, they're fucking, but what they're doing, they never did gas to us.
Yeah. The Nazis hate everybody.
Yeah.
So might as well.
It's crazy. It's a beautiful thing, though. That's the preservation of the human spirit, and I cry about that on a regular basis.
Sometimes I'm like, America. Like I think.
Can I look at your bullet points?
Oh yeah, go.
Yeah, let me rip on some of these. We got some bullet points over here.
I also seen that 1942 was the year that the America got the code talkers going.
Yeah, the Dine Navajo code talkers were conscripted.
Their actual name is the like Dine or Dine, the Native Americans. And I think Navajo means like thief. Because it was around the time when America went there. I think they're doing the Trail of Tears, and they're like, "Hey, other people we were subjugating. What do you call those guys?" And they're like, "Those are Apache." I think that means like conqueror.
Yeah.
Because those guys were going hard.
Yeah, the Apaches were fucking shit up.
And then Navajo, who were also going hard. And then the United States was just like, yeah, they're Navajo. Even though the actual like Native Americans were like, no, we're not.
We
are not.
I like this one's funny because it says same year, and then it's got a semicolon, and then it says Foo Fighters are spotted multiple times, and the Battle of Los Angeles takes place.
You know what Foo Fighters are, right?
The band?
No, dude. Okay.
What are Foo Fighters?
So Foo Fighters are unidentified flying objects. Okay, see.
You did a different vein of research than I thought you were gonna do.
I went in everywhere. So Foo Fighters started popping up, and this is interesting because anytime there's like nuclear anything involved, or anytime there's actual like major battles, they're always around because they're just like, hey, what the fuck are these monkey people doing down here?
Yeah, monkeying around probably.
Probably making sure they don't like kill themselves or something.
Mm-hmm.
So the Foo Fighters were seen, and then the Battle of Los Angeles. I think I already told you about
Wasn't
this.
that when that weird object appeared over Los Angeles and no one knew what it was, and the military like scrambled to shoot it down and shit?
Because they're like, oh fuck, another Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, but it turns out that
we don't know about this one.
Yeah, and then the thing went away like after a couple of hours or something, wasn't it?
They tried to shoot it down with artillery.
For how long?
For like a couple hours.
That's
and
insane.
It was just fucking bobbing and weaving and shit.
It was
and
like,
then it left.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Do you think aliens get like a real kick off of fucking with humans a little bit?
Probably until they get shot down.
Let's see what else. So after the Foo Fighters, we got same year as the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happened in 42.
Yeah, 42's got some shit because this is the same year as the Manhattan Project.
Yeah.
America hears Germany is building an atomic weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So, what does it say down here? It says something about Jew science.
Okay.
They were okay. Wait, it says America hears Germany is building an atomic weapon. They were, but they didn't want to use Jew science, so it took longer. And I'll tell you what, Jew science is all they needed.
Literally, that's all they needed.
They just needed a couple of Jews.
Because all the stuff that led to the discovery of nuclear stuff did by like Jewish people.
Yeah.
And then Nazis were like, we're gonna do it our way. And so they got that's where they got Heisenberg, to go like try to figure it out. And they actually started like before the war started, I think, as a part of See, this is why I think Die Glock. You know what Die Glock is?
No, I don't know what Die Glock is.
Okay.
Also, just before I put this phone down, it was the thing about the atomic bomb and the Jew science, and then next it just says D-Day, 10,400 people died.
Yeah, a lot of people died.
Gets morbid. Bunch of Jews.
Oh, dude, it gets rough.
I mean, there was a point in time, if like the roughest, I think, was the Southeast Pacific area, like that what do they call it? Not a stage, a play, theater. That theater, like the Pacific Theater, Iwo Jima, all that shit. The Philippines, that shit's crazy too. What year did that take place in? Do you have that written down?
Oh yeah, buddy.
Cause that's some gnarly shit.
See what they gave that when they stormed, because they thought Iwo Jima was gonna be like 2-week, 3-week thing. But the Japanese, they knew they were gonna like lose, so they were like, let's hunker down and just like kill everything we can and then die trying. And so they dug like caves and stuff into the rocks and caves.
Yeah. People were still found in there like years later too.
Still thinking the war was going on.
Yeah.
Still killing people.
I think the latest one that happened was like 30 years after the war. Some dude was found and he was still fighting in the jungle, and they had to get his commanding officer. They tried to make contact with him, and they were like, "Hey dude, the war's over." He goes, I was told by my commanding officer to not stop fighting till he personally relieved me.
And that guy, the general, he fought on the front line.
Yeah.
He was like, we're gonna lose anyway.
Yeah.
So let's fuck it. And so they nicknamed the battle the meat grinder.
Yeah.
Because so many people died.
Jeez.
A lot of people.
It was probably like excuse me.
That's where they use flamethrowers, man.
Oh, napalm war.
And then they went into the little caves.
And they would flamethrow them out.
Oh, dude.
And then, could you imagine being somebody who's like, "Oh yeah, I just got flamethrowered at in this cave," because all you have to do is you keep doing it, and it gets hot enough in the cave, and eventually you can just boil them alive.
Yeah, just cook them up.
Yeah, just make it cooking up Asians in the crock pot. That seems bad. I shouldn't have said that.
And they never surrendered.
Nope. And that one guy that he was like, "I won't surrender." They actually found his general. the one commanding officer that told him to not stop fighting, and they reunited him, and he relieved him of duty. And when he came home, I think they gave him like a medal of honor or something, even though it was like he was trying to help the Nazis.
Yeah, that happened a lot, especially if you were a scientist.
Yeah, I'm so glad you mentioned that, Jonathan. Have you ever heard of Operation Paperclip?
I've heard of it, yeah.
So I'm surprised this didn't come up in your research, because this is one of the craziest things that I've ever heard. So Operation Paperclip it took place after the war, and what happened is after the fall of the German Empire, they were like
the German Empire.
That's what I'm calling it. After the fall of the Germans, they were like, okay, well, you guys can't. There was like some stipulations, like Japan couldn't have an army, they like couldn't have a formal military, which is why the U.S. was kind of like occupied them a little bit with their military. They're like, we'll protect you, and then Germany was like, oh well, all these Nazis still live here, we can't have them here, and they kind of were like, oh shit, what do we do? And then there was a power vacuum, because now that Germany's gone, Russia and America are like, well, where are all these scientists going? What's going on with those guys? These dudes are making crazy shit, rockets, experiments, all that stuff.
Daiglach.
What's Daiglach?
That's a whole other can of
Okay,
worms.
well,
It's written in the notes.
We'll dive in. But so they were like, what do we do here? So what ended up happening is the American government contacted a bunch of the scientists and brought them over, gave them fake identities, gave them new jobs working in NASA and stuff. Werner von Braun was a Nazi.
Yeah, for sure.
So all that stuff, but it trickles down. They did it with like thousands of Nazis, if not tens of thousands, and they brought them in and they like gave them a life within America.
If you're smart, you are forgiven.
Unfortunate but true. That's why I can say what I no, I can't. I'm dumb. I'm too dumb. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little too dumb for like anything.
Yeah, dude. Oh man.
Like I'm not dumb enough to live, but like I'm dumb enough for most things to not matter.
If you want to get personal real quick, after the accident, I was like, I'm the dumbest person alive. Like I was real depressed about it for a day, where I just sat in my chair, in my room. And I was like, I'm the fucking biggest idiot alive.
Yeah, well, I've talked about it with Ashley. I was like, you're carrying out that weight of grief, which is way different than what I'm carrying out. And that feels like it'll last longer. So I just want you to know I'm here for you. I didn't expect it to get this honest, but I'm saying it. Anyways,
that's what we do here.
Yeah, hey,
Sentimental road.
Yeah. Anyways, I was thinking about it, and we should hire a doctor for Tangent Town. Side note.
Do we know anyone with medical?
We know somebody who's a psychiatrist.
Who?
Her name's Hannah Capps.
Hannah Capps.
Yeah, she's like a local comedian. Doesn't do it like as much as I like. She doesn't do it in Riverside as much. I think she goes mostly to LA and stuff.
Oh.
But I see her around Riverside sometimes. She's funny.
Okay.
And we should get her to diagnose us. That's a whole different can of worms.
Okay, that's gonna hurt my feelings.
Anyways,
I'm gonna get upset, and then I'm gonna like, you can leave. Then I'm gonna leave.
Let's just delete the episode.
We'll
just not put it out.
And we'll never talk about it. So you won't know if it happened or not.
Yeah. It'll be on a thumbstick hidden in a safe. But so anyway, so the power vacuum happened, and they brought them all over, and then the scientists started doing all this crazy shit, and then aliens, and then we had touch phones.
I forget what it's called, but have you heard about the experiment to try to make a boat invisible?
No. Who did it? The Nazis, I assume? America?
No, America. It's a really heavily it's pretty fake, actually. Mm-hmm. It's actually pretty fake, but there's a chance
there's
that
a
it's real.
There's a possibility.
There's a possibility that it's real.
So, can you hand me that cup with water in it, please?
Long story short, the experiment went terribly wrong, and then a bunch of sailors on it got like fused into the ship, and then they suffered and they died. But it's fake, so it doesn't matter. But what is real was the atomic bomb, and the crazy is the really bad stuff that happened.
Yeah, I've not seen Oppenheimer yet, but I really want to. Have you seen Oppenheimer yet?
No.
Okay, Oppenheimer kind of tells most of the story, correct?
Some of it.
Okay, from what I know. But continue, sorry.
They probably didn't say that America didn't have to drop the bomb.
No, we didn't.
But we were just like, we spent all this money and we kind of want to.
And the planes were already kind of en route, and they were just like,
just do it.
Just drop
They
it.
didn't tell the president that they're gonna do it.
Really?
He had no idea.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and the Hiroshima one, they didn't say anything about it to him.
And
but Nagasaki, they did.
Nagasaki, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna do it again."
So it was basically like after the war, it was America, Russia, and Japan, and they're like, okay, so and also Britain was there, and they're like, okay, let's have them do like a partial surrender where they're like the war is done, but they still get to keep like their their dignity.
Mm-hmm.
And then America was like, I want total surrender, give me everything. And they knew the Japanese just wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
And so they're like, hey, if you don't agree,
we're going to drop this bomb on
they
you.
didn't say that. There's like, they kind of were like, we have a weapon of like mass destruction.
Mm-hmm.
We'll fuck you up. And then Japan was like, all right, bet. And then they're like, we should probably warn them that this is going to happen, just so they know. So they can like maybe evacuate the citizens or something. But then they're like, no warning. Just do it. And then they dropped it. They dropped it on Hiroshima, and then it was
and you know
nasty stuff.
You want to hear something crazy about Hiroshima? The way it happened. So Hiroshima is like a functioning city right now, isn't it?
I believe.
Yeah. So because what happened is there's 3 different kinds of atomic detonations that can happen. There's I believe and I could be wrong about this. I forget because I watched it when I was really stoned. But the one I know specifically, the one that happened at Nagasaki, the functioning city, that's still like alive today somehow, and that's because the bomb didn't hit the ground.
Yeah.
The fallout didn't come down from the sky. It detonated over the hospital in Nagasaki and then just brushed everything out. So a bunch of people survived. And then they just slowly died of radiation poisoning.
There's a story where, so after the bomb fell, the rain started to fall,
mm-hmm.
and it was like all irradiated and dirty from all the shit that was flying in the air. And it started to fall on people, and people were just like, I shouldn't be laughing, but just because I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
It started, I don't know if it was like melting people, but it was definitely not helping. And so there's these little girls that are waiting for their mom to come home, and then the door like opened, and then this thing on like all fours that was like all black. Oh, it was a cat.
Oh, that's my cat. She'll knock on the door sometimes too. She needs to be in the same room that I'm in at all times. Continue. There was something creepy happening that you were just saying.
Yeah. And
so the little girls opened the door. The
thing like crawled in, and it started making like weird sounds, and like stuff was dripping off of it, like skin and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then it fell over, and the girls thought it was like a dead, like dying dog or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out to be their mom, and they just couldn't recognize it because the radiation and all the shit, the skin falling off her, and she didn't look like a person.
Yeah.
It was bad.
That's crazy.
A bunch of people's skin just fell off.
Yeah.
Like this guy tried to like help this guy out of a river, like pulling him out, and then his like arm skin came off.
Oh,
Very gross stuff.
That's crazy. Stuff. And we did that we just were like, yep.
On Nagasaki, we warned them the day of.
You know what's fucked up is we dropped the only 2 nukes ever used in war were done by the United States. Mm-hmm. And then immediately we were like, nobody should be allowed to use these things.
Like, that was a bad thing.
Yeah, it was so funny. It was like, we were like, yeah, we just killed millions of people, but nobody should ever have that right. What? America.
Like a bunch of the scientists, they had the thought process that once we have the atomic bomb, wars of that scale won't happen again, because if everyone has atomic bombs, no one will use them, which is kind of true.
It's like a Mexican standoff, basically.
Yeah, it's just like
a nuclear Mexican standoff.
But I don't understand.
The problem with the Mexican standoff is eventually someone gets just a little too ballsy, and then they Mexican nuke each other into death.
So say you were one of the guys who was like, you're in charge of the nuke, you press the button, You see a nuke coming our way.
Uh-huh.
Do you launch it back? Do you launch one back?
If I'm smart enough in this scenario, am I smart?
Yeah, you're you.
Oh, do I have like schooling under my belt? I assume
Schooling?
because I'm like in the military.
Yeah, sure. You have the knowledge. You need.
Okay, I would try. I would try to. I would try.
To do what?
I would try to make one of the rocket. I would try to make our nuke collide with the other nuke midair to avoid any sort of certain doom. I would try. I'm not saying I would be able to.
So if you miss,
Well, we all die.
okay.
That's a risk I'm willing to take. I'm trying. What do you want? Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to not try?
So you're gonna be sitting at the computer like not yet. Hold it.
Oh, don't see the whites of their eyes.
Hold it.
No, it'd probably be a lot of clicking on the keyboard to try to calculate like the precise way to launch it, and then I would be like spacebar, and then it would go away, and then we'd all just wait and try not to die.
You know what? It might be what's best for humanity. If you just full on, it's like, all right, nuke it, fuck it.
It might be. Hey,
what?
What'd you say? No. What were you gonna say?
Only because if humans survive, we start from like square one again. And
Yes.
Then we can be like, all right, let's just chill for a little bit.
No.
Back to the basics.
I like where I am. I like being able to play video games.
Oh yeah, I don't want it to happen, but it's probably what's best.
If it is probably what's best, and if it does happen, I ultimately will say everybody come to Tangent Town because we will have our borders.
We'll have shelters.
Yeah, we're gonna actually start. We're gonna be like cannibals a little bit, but only
the dead. Only the dead.
Only the dead, and then otherwise, strictly vegans.
Have you seen Midsummer?
Yeah.
You remember when the old people jumped off the cliff?
Yeah, it made me upset in my stomach.
Yeah, it was pretty gross.
Yeah, no, it wasn't gross. It just hit me in like that spot of like, oh my god.
They made room for the people, and that's what we're gonna require our old people to do. Maybe not jump off a cliff, but
maybe we gas them.
Gas. That seems painful.
Yeah, but it's easy.
It's cost effective.
Yeah. Hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Huh?
What about like a firing squad? I think a firing squad's good because no one. Knows
Maybe just a bullet to the back of the head.
But that way they know who's did it though.
Oh, maybe a bullet to the in the middle of the eyes.
No. I mean like you get a firing squad, give one of them a bullet,
and
then they all shoot. The rest of them have blanks. One person actually kills them. No one knows who did it. Guilt free.
What if the person misses?
Do it again.
Give a different person the bullet, though, probably.
Yeah, give a different person.
I like this. It here is hereby decreed. In Tangent Town, during the apocalypse times, we shall work as a team to kill the old.
Yeah, but instead, my version, I'm going to get an old revolver. And then I'm going to put the bullet in one chamber, and I'm going to spin it, and I'm going to keep firing, like fanning the hammer. Until one of it kills him.
Well, you're the sheriff. You can.
I won't know which shot did it.
Yeah, well, you're the sheriff. You can do whatever you want. You could honestly just shoot him in the face. No one gives a shit.
It is an unusual punishment.
Yeah, it is. It is an unusual punishment, and thus it fits the. I forgot about that for a second.
See,
yeah,
you gotta get that shit notarized.
No, I'm gonna print it out and put it on the wall. So I have a note, and this is something that I looked into a little bit, not a whole lot, but there is a section of Hitler's army that he dedicated to the occult. Did you know this?
The Thule Society?
Yes.
Yes.
And they were trying to look for like the Holy Grail and all these things, and they would go around and interrogate people like, where's the Holy Grail? It's so fucking silly.
Do you know about the bell?
I do not know about the bell.
Or otherwise known as Die Glock.
Well, tell me about the bell.
So Die Glock was supposed to be one of the Wunderwaffles. One of the wonder weapons that would, in this particular one, was shaped like a bell, and allegedly it would play a frequency that would just melt people in instant decay. And they're like, yeah, we tested this thing before, and yeah, people melted, but it was lost or who knows. But that was just one of the things they're doing. The Thule Society was up to a lot of.
I think we've kind of replicated that technology now.
With what?
We have these things Whew, sorry that it's that vape thing you had and it made me lightheaded. We have
yeah,
these.
I can't breathe. You hear these deep breaths I'm taking?
Yeah. It's because it's also hot in here. We can't put the AC on while we record.
Oh, it's hot? I'm not hot.
I'm hot. But anyway, so we have these things on these on some trucks. It's like an experimental technology, but it's this big dish, and it fires a frequency that like disarms people and like kills them. It's not exactly the same. It doesn't melt them, but it melts their brains.
What?
So it plays a specific frequency that causes people's like ears to bleed and their brain to rupture and shit.
Do you know what it's called?
I don't. This is all hearsay.
Yeah. You heard someone. Oh shit! I think I deleted it. Oh, never mind. We're good. Oh man.
How long have we been going?
About 40 minutes.
Jesus.
Yeah, we've been jamming.
I want to text Ashley to bring us water. I'm dying in here.
And an inhaler.
No, I don't need an. Do you need an inhaler?
Maybe.
There's one. I keep one around her. Oh, I'll find you one. I do need. Would some water suffice instead of breathing?
Oh, that'll be fine.
Okay. Can I substitute water for your air?
Yeah, I might get lightheaded.
We could just turn it on and make the listeners deal with it.
I could cut it out.
Okay. Please give me some water. Did you know that people were so scared during World War II they gave their babies these little like gas masks that you put on their face?
I don't know why America was so like paranoid about another attack.
Britain
We're going hard.
Britain was more paranoid, and they were right.
They were getting bombed like for a whole summer.
Yeah, it was
The
crazy.
Blitzkrieg, dude. That started as soon as the war started.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was
which
crazy.
is a super ballsy move, by the way, to just be like, I'm just gonna start bombing Britain.
What Blitzkrieg, dude? Just fucking go fast, go hard.
Like the bop.
Blitz, yeah, dude. The Blitz.
I
think it's called fast war. I think it literally means fast war.
That's really what it means.
I think because Krieg means war. Blitz, I would imagine, that means fast. So, fast war.
Fast War is a bad name. Blitzkrieg sounds much better.
That's because they say like
It's
like if you say apricot, you know.
yeah.
You could say fruit, juicy fruit.
Yeah, it's like Zeke Heil. Zeke Heil means hail victory. If you say hail victory to me, you're a dork.
Yeah, not good works.
Yeah, Nazis were dorks. Well, what's those outfits? Dork.
Yeah, I didn't like their. Were they like black and red?
Yeah, and they looked kind of like they got all sent to the same boarding school.
They looked just evil.
Yeah.
It's crazy how in the Nazis were just like a very clear and like world enemy.
Yeah, everybody was like,
There's a very clear bad guy, and that almost never happens.
I
Everyone's
mean,
just like, fuck this.
it does happen, but a lot of the times they succeed, like Rome and like the Persians. Genghis Khan. A lot of the time the bad guy goes, I'm gonna do it, and they succeed. Hitler was like the one who didn't succeed, and we're like,
Loser.
fucking loser.
Yeah.
Notice we don't call Genghis Khan evil. Like in the text, in the history books, we don't kind of refer to this guy who conquered and raped and pillaged and enslaved as evil because he won.
You know, I think everyone died out before, or I think everyone died out who thought that. Like, I feel like maybe like 500 years ago, people were like, yeah, fuck Genghis Khan.
Yeah, dude.
The same way people were like, fuck Napoleon.
Yeah.
Because Napoleon was the guy before Adolf was.
Yeah, he tried to be.
I mean, he was. Napoleon was also going hard.
That's true. He did take over like all of France and shit.
You know Napoleon's hero was George Washington.
That's really funny.
Yeah, he was like, that guy's cool.
Milo.
He's like, that guy's cool, man.
Milo.
I want to make him proud.
I don't get Milo. You didn't have to knock. Come in. Oh, it's locked. Well, it looks like we're fucking, Johnathan. Give me a moment.
Yes. Put your pants on.
Sorry, we did medicine.
Okay. Milo.
It was in Milo's bed. Yeah, well, I moved it. Did you need water? Cut this out. Take a little. if you leave the computer here, I will actually edit. I'm gonna have Ashley set it up at this desk, and then I'm gonna do it.
Okay, I got Final Cut on here.
Is it work? Is it good?
Should be.
Okay, I'll edit this out then. We have 2 episodes that don't need editing, and I will upload those. I told Ashley, I said I'm gonna stop peeing in jars. I'm gonna start doing things again, doing chores and stuff.
You know, the real limit. It was like peeing in jars is like just the handicap. You gotta take it off.
Yeah, I can't do it anymore, especially because the jars really smell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're back, by the way. I'm gonna put this in. The peeing in jars thing is in.
Do you wash them?
Yeah,
But it's still pee smell.
it just stains.
Oh man.
What were we talking about? The Blitzkrieg? Oh, we're talking about how Hitler was dorks.
Yeah, Hitler, Napoleon, dorks.
Dorks. Who else was a dork that lost? Hitler, Napoleon.
Alexander the Great got sick.
Yeah. Putin's losing. He's gonna be a dork.
Does he have cancer? You think?
I hope that dork dies of cancer.
You know what? The KGB is gonna listen to this, and I want you to know, KGB, that you know what? Never mind.
Because you're worried they'll come for you?
Because what if they do come for me, dude?
I think that's the answer they want. They want you to be scared. And I am.
Yeah. I am. That's my message.
And what I'm saying is we love them, and they're great.
Yeah. Heil
Putin?
Heil Putin.
It doesn't sound the same.
Heil Hitler, Heil Putin.
What's
Yeah.
Putin's first name?
Vladimir. Typical, right?
Hail Vlad is pretty good.
They used to say that.
Yeah. I
No, they
mean,
didn't.
we could.
No one's
We
ever
could
said
start it.
that.
We should start that propaganda.
Probably not the best guy.
You picked a bad time. You know what is weird? Just while we're on the note, tangent. People who are like young people who love communism,
Dorks.
dorks.
They're all nerds. Literally,
Just
they're all nerds.
wearing those like things on their heads, the hammer and sickle, and they're being like, "Shut up, dorks."
I wish communism sounds like a good idea until you try to do it, and then poor people starve.
Yeah.
And rich people don't.
Yeah.
When everyone should be starving, if that's gonna be the thing.
Yeah, it's because the idea behind communism was originally everybody is equal, we all share everything, but then someone structured class into that, and then boom, bad.
You know what's funny? That I also think are dorks and losers.
Huh?
And back then, they're killing it right now.
Yeah.
Italians in World War II.
Yeah.
What was going on, guys?
They were dorks.
They almost immediately got rolled over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, well, who was in it? It was in power. It was
Mussolini.
That's right. He was just like, okay, I don't know how to do an Italian accent, so I'm just gonna do an American Italian accent. He was just like, we do whatever. Hey, we'll do it. You know, just like that. He's from New York, by the way, Brooklyn.
I could
Mussolini.
be wrong. I think they hung his corpse off of a building.
After the war.
Yeah, like when he got when they rolled over them at the time.
That's pretty cool.
Benito Mussolini. You know what? I should have done research on there, but I didn't want to.
You know why? Because they get enough attention with The Sopranos.
Right, you know, you get an Emmy Award-winning show, and you just think you're hot shit.
Also, can we be honest? The Mafia, cool, very cool.
Oh yeah.
We love it.
Yeah, they were so cool.
Yeah. Johnathan, we're rolling over right now.
What?
What?
We're rolling over.
Yeah, to the Mafia. We can't let the Mafia just make us scared like this.
A couple Mafia guys fought in the army. Oh, yeah.
Famous Mafia guys?
Oh, yeah. No, dude. Fucking, shit. Yeah, So the Mussolini was shot.
Mm-hmm. Shot dead.
Yeah. Shootings. Shot multiple times. And then the bodies were loaded into a van. And then at 3 a.m. the corpses were dumped on the ground. And then after being kicked and spat on, they were hung upside down from the roof of an Esso gas station. And then they were stoned.
And this was by the Nazis?
No. This was
by the people of it.
People.
Okay.
This was by the people. Oh yeah, because I think they hung a bunch of prostitute partisans. I don't know, a bunch of sex workers.
Weird. Why would they do that? Those.
I think they were fascist, and they didn't. And they're like, that doesn't go with our views.
And then so they kicked him, spat on him, and then what? And then they just left him there.
And they threw rocks at him.
Hung him up, threw rocks at him, and left him there.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And then they were free after that. You know what I like about Europe is that, say what you will about France, about how they lose
A lot.
a lot. They lose more recently. Because, like, before Napoleon, they were doing pretty well.
Yeah.
And then,
They got bad.
I lost my point.
That it's interesting that the French lose a lot,
Oh, yeah,
but in
yeah.
Europe,
But, say any injustice happens, the people are like, fuck that. Same with Italy. They're like, yeah, no, we don't stand for stuff because recently, you know how the police shot, like, a kid?
yeah, like every day. You mean?
No, but in France.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh yeah, and then they're rioting about it.
We're still rioting.
Yeah,
And
you know what? They're not good at war, but they're great at riots.
they're fantastic at riots. They changed their country with riots.
Yeah, they were like, we got to stop fighting outside, start fighting inside.
Once they realized they could do it, the rich were like, oh, we gotta watch out for these
Yeah.
fucking civilians.
Honestly, if we all just took to the streets and if we took to the streets and threw rocks at we would be fine. Just all the rich people get rocks thrown at them.
I don't know if it'll work in America because we're just like, we're very individualistic. We're like, it's not my problem.
That's true. I don't give a shit about it. I wouldn't be there. I would I would organize that people would be like, it's good. I'm gonna see you there then, right? And I'd be like, no.
God forbid they say something about us, we'll drop a nuke on them.
Yeah, dude, fucking get out of here. That's the weird thing about America. We all hate each other until one person is like, we hate you, and then we're all like, we're cool for like a couple of years.
It's like, hey, pipe down over there. Right?
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden everybody gets along, and then a couple of years later, it's like, nah, I don't like you anymore.
We didn't, but we've lost pretty much every war after that.
It's not-
Korean War.
Did we lose Afghanistan?
Yeah,
Did we?
probably.
We killed that terrorist,
Which one?
Bin Laden.
Is he dead, do you think? Or is he
Shot him
getting
in the
tortured?
face. Probably either one. I'm okay with it.
He's getting tortured.
Either one, I'm okay with it.
Where's the body?
Have you seen the video of him getting murdered?
No.
Yeah, where the SEALs raid his compound and everything. It's actually very compelling.
What is that? What if that was a body double?
I mean, it's possible. Or they shot him, made it look like he was dead, but they precision shot him because they're trained experts, and then they took him away.
Maybe.
Maybe.
What were we talking about before?
No, I'm kidding. You wouldn't want to know what actually happened to his body. After we killed Bin Laden, the United States government didn't know what to do with him, and a lot of people were like, well, if we mutilate the body or do anything like that, it might cause more uproar amongst the people like that followed him and cause more issues. And so what do we do? So they sent his body out to sea in a more traditional sense, aligned with his religion or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a weird thing that they were like, we'll just put him in the ocean.
That was George Bush, right?
I believe so. I believe that was Bush.
The fake president.
Fake president.
Yeah.
He-
The real president was Dick Cheney.
I could believe that.
Have you seen that movie Vice?
Have I seen Miami Vice?
No, that movie Vice.
Oh no.
It's about Dick Cheney and how he was probably actually the real president. It wasn't like specifically about that, but it was like,
It hinted heavily.
it's very heavily implied that he was like, yeah, we're doing 9/11. Like he was the guy.
Why? I believe bad stuff happened on 9/11, and I believe we could have prevented it. But it is weird to think that the vice president was the guy who helped just be like, yeah. I think it's more like a slip through the cracks, but I haven't done as much research as you have.
Just watch the movie, dude.
Okay.
He was he was an interesting guy.
Dick Cheney?
Dick Cheney.
Yeah, and then he shot somebody in the face.
Yeah, he did shoot somebody in the face. Oh, actually,
I think he did it again recently.
did he?
Yeah, I think he shot somebody else again in the face.
Doesn't like people.
Well, it was the same thing. He was quail hunting, and he shot somebody again in the face.
Just stop going quail hunting with Dick Cheney.
It's a pretty easy fix, okay?
Oh, also, I think also during 9/11, they gave him, like, an unreasonable amount of power.
Dick Cheney?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, oh, fuck it.
And they went into a room, and they're like, we need that oil. It's a lot of money. Go get it.
Give me that oil.
It was like what America did oh shit, dude. It's like what America did with Japan, where they're like, hey, you better surrender,
Mm-hmm.
or we're gonna drop a nuke on you. America was like, okay, you better, I don't know, hate us or something. I don't really know what the whole deal is. They were like, yeah, we'll do 9/11. Then we'll destroy them because we know we can. And we'll get the oil. But we didn't destroy them.
Mm-mm.
We got fucked up.
Just like in Vietnam.
Because we're not used to fighting in deserts.
The last war that we like really stomped in was World War II.
Yeah, we did a good job.
If you ask me, I think we got to take it back. But we're so worried about nukes now because of World War II.
Yeah, because now everyone has one. And so if you do anything in Afghanistan, Russia might be like, hey, that's our guy.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Do anything in like certain areas in the Asian Sea and the not the Asian Sea, the South Asian Sea, where the sea that China claims is theirs, that other island is in, like Taiwan or whatever, that they're trying to take back. I don't know the exact names. I'm bad at geography. How long have we been going?
55 minutes.
We got way off topic.
We're supposed to be talking about World War II, but I don't know anything more about World War II that we haven't already said.
I know.
I just really enjoy how wacky a bunch of people were.
I enjoy the fact that they were wacky and everybody was just like, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Like, people who had no business being in the military were, like, leading fucking, like, not armies, but, like the Manhattan Project.
Yeah.
Do you know Oppenheimer was a communist? Probably.
Yeah, it makes sense. But he did it for the people, so I'm okay with it.
He did it for science.
And science was his people.
And
Is he a communist but for science?
No, I think it was his girlfriend that was a communist, and he was like, I just like her, so I just listened to her talk. And then I think when the war stopped, when they were trying to be like, hey, Oppenheimer, you should go to jail because you made the atomic bomb, they try to pin the whole... That's when the Red Scare was happening. When they were trying to round up all those communists.
Oh.
He got caught up in that, too.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Old
Did he get
Oppenheimer.
convicted and stuff?
Don't know.
I'll probably look that up.
But he did die.
You know what I for sure will do? I'll watch Oppenheimer, not a sponsor.
Oppenheimer.
The movie.
You know, it's a bunch of movies. It's just a movie about a fucking nerd.
No,
making science.
I
and
want to
shit.
see it though. It looks good. Also, I want to see Barbie, not a sponsor.
I heard someone
Just excited.
I heard someone describe a nuke as making for a moment a miniature sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just did that in a city. 2 of them.
Cool.
You know, they made the bomb, like they put the bomb together on the plane.
Yeah, I did know that.
Yeah.
And they didn't know what they were putting together. They were just told how to.
And it was like, put this in this. Don't touch this to this.
Yeah.
Or you will kill everyone.
Yeah, and then very carefully drop it from the sky.
Yeah.
That's
and then
insane.
Zoom away.
Yeah.
Fly as fast as you can away.
And then once it hit, there's some of the guys in the plane were like, once it hit, they were like, what the fuck have we done?
Yeah.
Like literally, like what have we done?
Mm-hmm.
And then they just watched the city get it fucking leveled.
But did you know the same pilot who dropped it was like, yeah, I'll do Nagasaki too. Fuck it.
Really?
Yeah. He was kind of excited about it.
That's crazy.
He was like, yeah, I'll do it.
He was like, I don't feel like those other guys feel.
Yeah. He's like,
Let's-
I'm not like them.
Yeah, he's like, let's go for round 2.
I'll drop 5 of them. Fuck it. I don't give a shit.
He'll be like, I'll do it all in one run too. Fucking let's knock it out.
Load it up.
Well, this has been Tangent Town, I think, right? Or wait, sorry, you were gonna say something.
I was just going to say, it's a wacky time.
It was a silly time. We'll probably touch on it more in the future now that we've opened up this tangent. I feel like the tangents slowly just constantly exist, and we always jump around back to like old tangents.
It's good.
Yeah.
I almost started talking about Baldur's Gate at some point.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah. I'll stick around for a bit.
You don't have to. I know you want to play.
But I also want to play Elden Ring once I come back with you for like a couple hours if you can.
I can. I need your help beating a boss anyway. He's very struggling me.
And I'll probably call my brother so he can help us.
Lego. Okay, I'm down.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Don't say anything meaningful. You want to take us out before I take us off?
Don't say anything meaningful. Like, don't say anything heartfelt.
I don't know why I said that. I think I was supposed to say that after I said the stuff that was following that.
Oh.
So disregard that. Actually, like take that and then in your mind put that at the behind of that sentence. So it makes sense.
Sorry, I got my sentences out of order.
Yeah, you know what happens.
It does happen. I get my letters out of order.
I yelled because I put the mic down. I needed to hear me still.
Oh, okay. Well, goodbye.
Oh, you're not gonna do the you can find us on Instagram at in town. And then,
You can follow Johnathan at Katie Gumdrops, KATY _ Gumdrops. I'm still doing the outro. No, we're done. I'll